the marriage of Bahá'u'lláh. The days passed by swiftly, and time had now come for Bahá'u'lláh to be married. Who was going to be the fortunate lady who would be worthy of being his wife? God had already chosen for him the kindest and the most loving of all his handmaidens. This blessed person was Navab. Her father, too, had an important position in the court of the king. What a splendid and glorious wedding they had. According to the marriage customs of those early days, jewelers came to her house to prepare the necessary ornaments that would adorn her beauty. 40 camels had to carry her dowry to Bahá'u'llah's house. Even the buttons on her dress were made of gold. But the most important point was that even though she led a very luxurious and comfortable life, she never complained nor lost her patience when Bahá'u'lláh was suddenly imprisoned without reason and their house was ransacked. They lost everything in one night, even to the extent that they did not have food for the next day. Navab was tall and delicately built, with dark blue eyes. She shone like a glorious queen among the women of those days. Everyone praised her wisdom and intelligence. She was so kind and full of love that all were moved by her distinguished personality and her calm and serene manners. Bahá'u'lláh and Navab rarely took part in entertaining the elite of the city. They got more pleasure from meeting the poor, who did not wear grand clothes, whose pockets were empty, whose homes were small, but whose hearts were close to God. Bahá'u'llah's house, being a place which received a new spirit every morning and evening, with the chanting of the words of God, was open to all. The dining room was always ready for the poor and the needy. How the pure-hearted people loved this house. How they respected the lady of the house, with the dark blue eyes, like the ocean, and whose heart was full of love and kindness. Navab was like a mother to the needy woman, and Bahá'u'lláh was called the father of the poor. Those days were beautiful. Whoever had any grief or trouble would forget about it when he entered the house of Bahá'u'lláh. Here was a shelter for the helpless and a home for the innocent people. Bahá'u'lláh and Navab had 3 children. Their eldest son was named Abbas, who later, by his own wish, came to be known as Abdul-Baha, which means the servant of Baha. The second child was a pretty and kind girl named Bahi. The youngest son was named Mehdi.